What's up, BLN? We back again with another video. Today I got my partner Bristol with me, and today we got a special guest. It's a good friend of mine. You know, we studied together, me, him, and Bristol. He goes by the name of Mr. Nyalls. He has a few Airbnbs, and I just want him to tap in and basically break down the process to how acquire Airbnb and the trials and tribulations and how it's going so far from him. So Mr. Nyalls, I'm gonna just ask you a few questions. First and foremost, I just want to know, what made you think about investing into getting your Airbnb?
Airbnb, for me, it was all about just passing income. So me being a real estate broker, I got my real estate broker's license in Texas. That was something I always was interested in, as far as like getting into real estate, just from the passive side. I always wanted to have that income coming in no matter what, right? So just from me being around investors and, me being in the space. And of course, Airbnb is such a buzzword now. So, I just kind of took what, my skill sets I already had as a broker, being in real estate since 2016. And it just made sense, just me having the resources that I had and take it that route.
Got you. Now, with the Airbnb, are you moving through your personal credit, or your personal side or your business side when you are getting these Airbnbs? How are you getting the Airbnbs?
I mean, it's all business, man. My social is not attached to anything that I do with my Airbnbs. This is my company crew. Everything is done through that I in on that business credit. Everything is ran through crew. Nothing personal.
Right. So let me get this right. I didn't even know you was a broker. Congratulations for that, brother.
Let me ask, what now, is a broker the same thing as an agent, or is that two different things?
No, so a broker, essentially as an agent, you have to have your license under a broker, right? So whenever you get your real estate license, of course, you're starting off as an agent, and it takes 4 years and a certain amount of sales and, certain levels that you have to hit to become a broker, right? So, I kind of did my time and, did the things that I had to do to become a broker. But yeah, you have to be a realtor first, and then you can be a real estate broker.
Right. That means you fund loans for
Texas, at least.
Yeah.
Texas. Yeah.
Got you. So you basically, as a broker, you're finding the loans, or you're funding the loans for individuals to buy a home.
You talking about a mortgage broker, right?
Okay.
So that's different. That's we work hand in hand with mortgage brokers, but a mortgage broker, what they do is they take they bring the buyer that's ready to get financed. They figure out what their finance situation is, and then they pair them up with the right loan based on their qualifications and stuff. Pair them up with the right bank to give them the money. But that's not totally different.
Right. Got you.
So what exactly does a real estate broker do then?
Essentially, we do the same thing essentially as a regular realtor, but like you said, I have a team that can hold their license under me, so I don't always have to go out and show houses. Yeah.
So basically, you like the real estate company. I can't even think of none on the top of my head, but you one of them, like
Keller Williams.
Yeah,
Keller Williams
like Keller Williams or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Keller
Williams, Abby Holiday, they're all brokers.
Right.
And then realtors have to have their under them. Yeah.
Okay, so you employ people. People come work for you, basically.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up, bro.
Well, I need a job.
Right.
I'll mess with you, brother. But that's what's up. Now, I didn't even know you was doing that, man. So, I mean, that's intriguing. You're talking about your journey and everything, and you moving strictly through your business. Isn't nothing attached to the social, of course. So, say that you move through your business, of course. Are you calling these establishments and saying, "Hey, I want to lease a building out for my business"? I want to lease out a unit for my business. Is that the route you're taking? Like, what's the route to take to go about, getting the Airbnb?
You got to kind of be. It essentially, it's that simple, right? You want to be upfront and tell them exactly what you're doing. Mm-hmm. But I would say try to find a way to word it specifically to where it doesn't seem like it's going to be something that they have to worry about in the future, right? So for me, and I'll go back to, while I was a realtor, I did a lot of apartment locating. And that's a way that, realtors can simply refer you to an apartment, and then they get paid off of that, right? So I was already in cahoots. I was already working with a lot of these apartment leasing agents and, you know, these community managers, and I kind of understood what their problems were. You know, you calling them, they're always busy. Someone's always in the office complaining about something. So you can't come in here and thinking you just finna tell them you finna rent out Airbnb, because to them it's just like, okay, that's just another person that's finna come down here and, you know, oh, somebody's throwing a party. So that's another problem. So why would I let you come in here and lease these apartments out to do Airbnb? Right. So you want to be careful with your wording in that. You know, like I said, my main thing, how I kind of got into it, I was saying I was doing corporate leasing. Right. So I said my company does corporate leasing. When I say my company, I never even had a, and I don't know if I should say this, but we weren't doing corporate leasing at the time. Right. But I just talked to them in a way that I kind of understood what their problems were. This building in particular that that we got into a lease with, they were a brand new building, right? So they didn't have any tenants. It wasn't even built yet. So their main thing is we need to get this 100% full, right? So if I'm coming and saying I want multiple units from them, that's solving their problem, right? And it's not a headache because I'm not doing Airbnb, I'm doing corporate leasing, right? And I lease out to business professionals, right? I don't just lease out to anybody, right? But that's essentially how you got to, just like you say, you just got to be careful with how you word it. You can't, you got to be professional.
Right.
You know?
I had the opportunity to get an Airbnb in Charlotte. I actually did the same thing, but not with the corporate leasing. I reached out to a unit in Charlotte and I told them I actually had a business, a pressure washing business. I told them I was expanding different parts, Texas, New York, New Jersey, and stuff like that. And a lot of my employees are actually coming down to actually have, meetings with me, and I need somewhere for them to reside at for the time being and stuff like that. So they was like, okay, so you got a business like, yeah, like, so you just need the, rent out the unit for your people since you're expanding. I was like, yeah. They were like, okay, we can definitely do that. They were like, just come in and sit with us and talk. I never did it, but it's the same thing you did. I should have went forward with it, but I was thinking about it having to, pay the first month deposit, then the security deposit, then have to furnish the unit and stuff like that, and but after you get that out the way, and then it's like the hiccups and stuff, because I know there's some trials and tribulations you got to go through with Airbnb. You got to read their rules and their, and stuff like that, and the taxes and the fees and the cleaning crew and all of that. So it's like I just wasn't at the the right mental to move forward with that right now.
So yeah, and like for me, it was kind of a blessed situation because I mean, 3 of the things that you talked about was, upfront deposit, security, and furnishing. We got so lucky because the place that we rented out, it was already furnished, bro. Already came with TVs, couch, bedroom, all that. All we had to do was put the bells and whistles in there.
Wait a minute, this was a new unit that they just put up, and they had all of that in there already.
Absolutely, student housing, right? So it's damn near, it's like literally right across the highway from Georgia State or Georgia Tech, right? So this is primarily student housing. So a lot of people was coming in there and it's almost like a dorm, but a little bit more professional. And like you said, they did that, and it was because they was trying to get it leased out. They gave us a bonus. We didn't even have to put no security deposit down.
Ooh. Oh boy.
So we kind of got blessed, you know what I mean? And,
so no security deposit.
No security deposit.
The first month deposit, and it was already furnished, so it's already you good. So basically, they gave you a month worth of wiggle room to get all the kinks worked out and post on Airbnb.
Absolutely.
So what's the average price that you charge per night for your unit that you lease out on Airbnb?
So it's gonna depend, of course, time of year, place, where it actually is. I think ours is, to be honest, I'm gonna start bumping them up a little bit more. Mine right now is at like 120 a night, and that's in the heart of Midtown. It's a very, and our units are beautiful. I mean, as far as like the reviews that we get, we got a beautiful balcony pool out there, rooftop pool, hella amenities, free gym, free parking. So all that ties into kind of your pricing, right? So honestly, as long as those reviews are good, you can charge what you want to charge. People gonna get them booked out, and that's kind of what me and my company is starting to specialize in is optimizing. Making sure that we're right now our units, all 12 of them are at 98%, occupied.
Time out. You said
Yeah.
you got 12 units that you put on Airbnb?
Right. Yeah. So that's 12 in that one unit I was telling you about. And actually, it's funny because when I first reached out to him, the lady, she was so cool. And, like I said, I spoke her language. I knew what she was trying to do. She was trying to get that building filled up, right? So as we began to talk, and I just moved to Atlanta a year ago to manage these. I'm in Dallas, bro.
Right.
At this point, it was like January of last year. I was in Dallas and no thoughts of moving out here. And that's when I actually came out. Like I was talking to her on the phone, blah, 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 blah. She's like, yeah, whenever you want to come see him, because I didn't tell her I was in Dallas. I was just like, we're trying to, expand our business and come out there, right? So she's like, whenever you want to come and see him, let me know. So like, I'll be in town next week. Actually, I'm out of town right now, but I'll be back in town next week. So I booked a flight to come down here, walk the building, saw exactly what it was, and at that point, she just asked me, she's like, man, so yeah, how many you guys want? You guys want to start off with like 20? And I was like, she said 20, like up front. She was going to give me 20, but I was like, man, yeah, I was kind of, and I'm doing it with a partner, with two partners actually. So
right.
We was kind of like, we don't know. I mean, like you said, that's a big risk. Now, knowing what we know now, we should have took it. But
yeah,
me, like, I didn't even have no Airbnb units before that. Right. So I just didn't want to step out there. I was like, yeah, just give us 12 right now. We want to try to test it out and see. And if we like it, we'll come back and get more.
Yeah, man, that's what's up right there. So basically, I'm breaking it down because I'm learning as well. So basically what he did, you guys, is, he reached out to the corporation and he knew, that they needed to fill the area very, very quickly. So he seen an opportunity to go ahead and, and establish his business presence in that area. And, it actually worked out for him. And he moving straight through his business. He just acquired 12 properties. And he just told you he could have acquired 20, but it was, I ain't gonna say it was too much, but you don't want to overwhelm yourself at that point in time, right then and there. You want to see how everything moves. You want to see if it's okay, if it's good, if it's bad, and stuff like that. And basically, you're telling me you charge $120 a night for them, but depending on like the seasons or depending like if it, in wintertime, summertime,
festivals or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm trying to think of something else I had to ask you. So when you what's the lease form? Like, what's the lease? Is it year-to-year lease, month-to-month? How's that operate?
So year lease. Year lease. Yeah.
Your lease. So do you strictly use Airbnb or do you use other platforms such as like Booking? What's some other platforms?
Booking, VRBO,
yeah,
hotels.com.
Mm-hmm.
You
use all of them, or are you using all of them right now?
Corporate houses by owner, furnish finder. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
and I got my own website as well, so you can go there and book through me directly, right? So, that's good just to have that up too if you got the resources to do that.
Right. Now, have you had any problem with individuals messing up your of course, the apartment? Because I know you said you moved through corporate, but you told her that to get your foot in the door, but like
right. And I'll kind of rewind on that, right? So the way I worded it was so smooth, she didn't necessarily take it as I was doing like Airbnbs, right? So the building was opening up August of last year, August of 2021, right? So I'm in DC June for my homeboy's birthday, right? We all just partying or whatever. And I get a call from the leasing agent and she's like, hey, I got a guest call and said these are on Airbnb. What are you doing? Why are these on Airbnb? And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's what we do. That's how we get most of our clients from Airbnb. And she was like, no, you say you're doing corporate leasing. You didn't say anything about Airbnb, right? So again, man, I'm on vacation. This is a total vibe kid, but but I gave her a call and I kind of smoothed it over and we worked out something to, I just I was trying to put myself in her shoes. And I was like, what primarily concerns you about that? And this is key because if you really understand this, you kind of understand how to come at any type of apartment. She's like, hey, those short-term guests, 3-4 days, here and there, they're just going to come and throw a party. I've dealt with that before. I don't want to deal with it again. You don't want to do that, right? So, okay, cool. So if you don't want a short-term lease, what's the lowest? Because I already have people that have already booked because I I put it up on Airbnb like as soon as I got the lease signed.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, let's for right now, let's start it off to where it's a minimum day of stay of 5 days,
Right.
and they have to come in and check in with me to actually get the keys, right? So that's kind of how I had to smooth that over. But for anybody else, it would have just been a done deal. But I was able to kind of talk to her and figure out what are your true concerns and let me address those as opposed to just saying, no, it's no way we can make this work.
Yeah, and that's the biggest concern I've been looking at, especially just watching countless multiple Instagram videos of individuals who own Airbnbs. They have rules and regulations how they operate, and that's one of the things they were saying is they don't necessarily lease out their Airbnb for a day or two because they know some people just want to come and throw a party. They was like, well, if you do a minimum like 4 to 5 days, then well, they can still have a party, but it's very unlikely that they, somebody rent out for 4 or 5 days and have a party.
Demographic, if they're there for 4 or 5 days, they probably there for work, whatever, right? So, and just going back to your question, no, we haven't had nobody to. I mean, we had one incident to where a guy came and they were on, like I said, we have beautiful amenities. It was they were in like the terrace area and they like threw like a party. They was out drinking and stuff like that. Again, I mean, a lot of that stuff happens where it's at now because it's basically a college dorm, right? But, they broke something and that was the biggest issue that we had. But I mean, with that, you just got to be very, very strict with upfront with your rules, right? So within our rules, I got a full guidebook that breaks down anything, and I make them sign something that says, okay, if you throw a party, I'm charging you $500, like straight up. And if they sign that, I got their signature, and it's on my rules on Airbnb. If any of that stuff happens, I'm covered, and they know, So when it happened, I just gave them a call, like, hey man, what happened? And of course, he tried to tell me whatever, but I kind of understood what it was. Like, hey man, they telling, here's how we need to fix the situation. They charging me this, I'm gonna have to charge you that. Right? That's cool. I understand it was probably something that like say something that you didn't really intend to do. But I mean, as you take care of me, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm not gonna kick you out of my property. But I mean, that's just what they gotta do. And it's just all about that communication up front.
Right.
And that's a fact,
Now, on to the cleaning. Do you have any a cleaning company that you hired to come clean all 12 units, or how you operating with that right now?
No, I got a real good cleaner, man. She loves cleaning, and she takes care of all of our units day to day. Yeah.
Right, that's dope right there. That's dope right there.
Yeah, her online.
You hired her online?
Yep.
I gotta check that out. I gotta check that out. That's the biggest thing I was thinking because I know some individuals who they moving just like you, but they actually moving different with a timeshare. They're actually acquiring a timeshare, and they're getting the hotels for a discounted rate, and then they might get the hotel for like $1,000, and the hotel might be $1,000. They might get it for $200. So they post it on Airbnb or they might put it on Booking, so that's already $800 profit right there, and then they don't have to worry about cleaning it because the room service go do it. So it's like I was thinking about that as well. There's so many ways. The real estate is just a heavy contender in any area that you get into. You can't go wrong with it. But how you got your properties, I ain't never heard of that one. Like, hey, that was crazy. That was crazy.
You can find cleaners on Turnover B&B. That's it's a website. It's called Turnover B&B, and all you have to do is post your job there. And hold
on, man. You said Turnover B&B.
Turnover B&B.
Yeah. Right.
So you pay for it monthly. I don't know how much it is monthly. It's like maybe like $100 or something. But from there, you could put together your task list to where you can tell them exactly what needs to happen after every clean.
Right.
They submit pictures to show you that they did it. And as soon as that's done, they don't get paid until that's done, and it automatically pays them. You just hook up your bank account, but that's a real good tool. And all you have to do is post your job, and then you'll get like 20 or 30 bids of cleaners and how much they'll charge you to do it.
Got you. Turnover B&B. That's some things I need to look into because that's one of my main goals this year is to, get Airbnb property. and get that up and running. No, I ain't gonna start off with 12 like y'all fellas, but I'm
and if y'all got a cleaning business, that would be a good site to put your cleaning business.
Absolutely.
Okay, you can put your cleaning business on there as well.
Because that's how cleaners get the jobs, because
Right.
cleaners, like, you just connecting the dots. Cleaners looking for jobs too. You just got to find them. There's plenty of cleaners out there.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you said you said it was you and two other individuals, right?
Yeah, I got 2 partners in it. Yep.
So 3. So basically y'all got 4 units apiece.
Well, nah, it's within this company. We are on the company.
Oh, y'all own, okay, gotcha.
Right.
So y'all own the
Everything
company.
is under the company, right? But we got 2 more. No, yeah, we got 2 more properties. We got one in I got another house in College Park, and then we got another unit in Dallas, apartment in Dallas.
Hey man, that's what's up right there. Hey, I didn't even know you was. Hey, when I heard you doing Airbnb, bro, I thought like, dang, I think he got an Airbnb up. She's like, he got an Airbnb in Atlanta, Georgia. She was like, he got one Airbnb. I'm like, all right, I definitely got to tap in with him. So you confused me. Like, I'm like, wait a minute, you 12 of them? I said, man, that's crazy. I got to look into that, man. I got to look into that because the way you approach that situation, like I say, it's a delicate situation, especially, but if you got rules and regulations and guidelines, you charging them a fee and everything, and you got a mutual relationship with, of course, the apartment, manager, and everything should be fine. It's just a matter of who's going to respect your property. It's always a risk when you do anything. Like people say, oh, that's a risk. Everything's a risk. You feel me?
It's risky.
Stuff don't come up.
Be alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a risk walking out the door.
What I tell people,
black.
yeah.
So
always a risk right there, man. I have something else to ask you. So trying to think, Brice, what else you had to ask now, man?
Okay, so we didn't know that you was a real estate mogul, and so you said you've been in real estate since 2016. That's almost what, 7 years, 6 years.
Yeah, 7 years. Yeah.
I imagine you own some properties just like on some regular passive or because I'm sure you pass wholesaling, right?
Yeah.
Or
So
did you even do that game?
Right. I mean, that's another primary source of my income as well. So I source properties, right? I wouldn't say I wholesale them. I do wholesale some of them. I do keep some. I got my own rental portfolio. And, now I'm more so focused on how can I get into these houses, no money down, right? Closed on 2 this month. So, no money out of my pocket, using private money, right? So all of that stuff is kind of, it's cohesive now. So now that I'm getting to these houses, no money down, some of these is gonna start going on my platform, right? Within my platform, within Crew. And that's kind of what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be managing other people and helping other people get into real estate, or real estate, but Airbnb specifically within Crew, right? So I'm gonna put some of my houses that I start getting on the platform. Right now I just have I got one long-term tenant, and I'm doing some owner finance stuff, with a couple of other my houses, but definitely moving forward, I'm gonna start doing a lot more Airbnb with the house.
Do you have any multifamily, or you just have single family?
No multifamily just yet, but that's definitely a wave. I mean, one of my short-term time, maybe like within 5 years, I want to be able to build a community of houses strictly for Airbnb, whether it be just a multifamily building or just a community of small houses that's specifically tailored for that, right? But I want to be able to do that like within the next 5 years for sure.
Definitely gonna do that, brother. Yeah, you already. Hey, that's dope right there, man.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at your hat, y'all. He said his company is called Crew, and I've been hearing you said it, but I've just looked at your hat. Like I just looked at Crew. What does Crew stand for? CRU.
KRU.
I mean,
KRU. Yeah. Maybe it don't stand for nothing. Honestly, man, my partner, he's real good at branding, man. So we just wanted to have a dope brand that we wanted to build out, and our whole thing is like live with the crew. So our website is www.livecrew.com and Live Crew on Instagram. So just kind of check us out again, over the next year or so, out a program to where we're going to be managing and helping people be able to get into and invest into Airbnb passively, right? So a lot of the issues that a lot of people are coming, getting over as far as the cleaning, and just getting the units. I've already been through all that, right? So I understand how to multiply it amongst, wherever I'm at. I got the systems in place. I
Mhm.
don't think about these units because they run by themselves, right?
Right.
So plan is to scale that model out, and maybe, not maybe, but we will be able to help people come on our platform and make money with us. So y'all check us out.
Oh, yo, hey, he on the website right now. Might be checking you out tonight.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
check you out tonight. We'll never go drop that website on the video
You
as well.
definitely got some nice Airbnbs out here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come down there now, and
Let
chat.
me know ahead of time, man, because like I said, man,
Oh, I know you busy, brother. Hey, I already know you busy.
Yeah, I get your room.
Yeah, I need it. I need it. You I gotta come out there and tap in with you. Now, I got a question. I know you said you're doing real estate and stuff like that. Do you be going to auto auctions and acquiring any property? Like, do you have any friends that's
Like foreclosures.
yeah? How you feel about
All
that?
of them. I try to get them before they go to foreclosure, but I don't actually go to the actual sale. If I used to go to the sale all the time when I was wholesaling, because obviously those are people. You come to the foreclosure sale, you got to have cash. Like straight cash, and you gotta be a savvy investor, because if you dropping straight cash on a house on an auction, you might know what you doing. So that's how I would find a lot of my cash buyers that way. But I don't actually go there. I try to get them before they go to the actual sale.
Yeah. So you said you get them before they go to the auction.
Right.
How
So
do you
that's
get the foreclosure before it go to the auction?
you gotta look on the county. So you can get all that data directly from the county, right? Whatever county you in, call up to the city clerk, and they'll tell you where you can find the data of the foreclosures, right? And they'll give you like the name and address a lot of times, and then you just have to skip trace them addresses, get to them people and be like, hey, let me give you some money for your property before they come and take it.
Yeah, because it's like what, a 30 to 90 day before they actually get put out, foreclosed. Yeah.
Yeah, so it depends on what type of foreclosure, right? So with a tax sale and a tax foreclosure, a lot of states got a redemption period to where they can come back and buy it, in 90 or whatever the amount of days is. But then you got a mortgage foreclosure where they just haven't been paying their mortgage, and as soon as that's closed on, I mean, they lose that day, So that's usually the first Tuesday of every month. And if it goes to that sale, like I said, they get nothing. So I try to get, at least give them a little something, that way they can move and, kind of get situated for that.
Right. And brother, you gave me plenty of gems for the night, man. I'm telling you, I didn't know you was moving like that, but I should have known. I said, now it's very private, man. Like I say, he was always busy and stuff like that. And I see why.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I've been blessed, man. And I've always wanted to be in real estate since like college, and I just really been in it since then, and I'm able to kind of build out these same avenues within real estate. I'm thankful for me to still be surviving and thriving, and just having the team I got, and the things I've been able to do. So
yeah, that's what's up, man. He just told y'all, man, he got a team, man. I know a lot of y'all be wanting to do it by yourself, but it's good if you have a solid team, man, and make your life go much, much smoother, man. I'm telling you, I ain't saying you can't do it by yourself, but
absolutely.
My boy now is doing over here 12 Airbnbs, brokers, realtors, everything, man.
I don't worry about none of that during the day, man. I don't have to.
Right.
I got VAs. They take the calls. They book everything. People asking questions. I don't have to deal with none of that. But it wasn't that way at first, like that. Yeah, and that's kind of what I want to highlight as well. Like if y'all pay attention to kind of my story, it was just I was just jumping out there, and all the little pitfalls and stuff. The lady calling me about that, I thought that was a wrap. Like we was just gonna have to take it down, and that wasn't the case. But you always gonna run into something. But as you run into something, you building up your experience and you learning how to mitigate that for the next time. And you can start building those systems around that as you go through it.
But I think that was a good lesson too, because some of us in our community, they would have either tried to lie or like flip it or got pissed off. You stayed cool.
Right.
And it's a big gem in that, in staying cool and just working through it, opposed to just
Making an excuse.
making an excuse or blowing it up, or you know what I'm saying?
Right. Because
Yeah.
it wouldn't make sense for me to blow up on her. It's not, why am I mad at her? She's
Right.
trying to, you know, like I said, she's trying to get one goal. And the people that she worked for is trying to get one goal. And they trying to get money, right? And for her, the people, I'm pretty sure the people, them the people that signed the lease, they don't care. It's her. She don't want bullshit. You know, excuse my language, but she doesn't want BS coming through and people throwing parties, and then that's another problem that she got to take care of. On top of all these students coming down, and it's crazy down there, man. Managing all the people. So get to the real problem. You know, the real problem is not her. The real problem is not me. The real problem is we don't need this to be an issue. So I assured her, and I tried to figure out a way to assure her that it wouldn't be an issue.
Right.
You know.
Oh, right there, man. Got the problem, found a solution. Business running much smoother now. Much smoother. Man, now, but I can't even I don't got no more. You know, you don't gave me plenty of gems for the night. Hey, look, I'm ready to get. Hey, look, I'm ready. Hey, look on Charlotte tonight. Like, look, I'm trying to see. Are y'all furnishing the units as well?
Yeah,
drop the security deposit as well. Like, well, if you do that, we can move forward with that.
We looking for new construction.
That's what it is. New construction. I need to look in there in Mooresville because they doing a lot of new construction in Mooresville.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And it just now hit my mind about that. Man, that's what's up. Man, if that's it from Bristol, I ain't got no question. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Man, Nyalls, I appreciate you for definitely tapping in with us, brother. You gave a lot of information. I'm gonna definitely tag your website at the bottom of the YouTube video, of course. You got an IG or anything, or your business got an IG?
Yeah, it's my IG right there, Nyalls C.
Nyalls
NALLSC.
Okay.
And then we are Live Crew, LIVEKRU. That's my business.
We are Live Crew.
No, it's at Live Crew.
Okay, at Live Crew. Okay, I found. Yeah, he got it right there at Live Crew. I'm gonna definitely tap in with that, man. Y'all go follow my brother, man. Definitely gave a lot of gems out for the night. Now, like I say, that's all we got for you, brother. So, BLN, we thank y'all for tapping in with us, man. We appreciate you. We love you. We got some more information coming next week. You know, something that we ain't did before. We just go keep that secret right now. But BLN, until next time, we love you. Peace. We out of here.